hope you enjoyed Girl Power. If you're not, go watch it. We are continuing the story on the Outer Worlds. As you know, the last time we played, we were up in the Groundbreaker. So let us continue our journey with the dumb blonde. Here we go.
You weren't followed, were you? Question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Long-winded the Vicar is.
BNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Sorry, can't do that.
What the hell? Okay. Let's see what more hilarious hijinks we can get into.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent.
Interrupt you.
Well, mostly.
Advertisement.
I think
Mostly.
everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? There's no need for hysterics. This is all a hilarious misunderstanding.
Did you hear me chuckle?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table. What? I'm sorry? I'm quite certain I heard Wells. Phineas Wells.
Phineas smells? Well, that's not a very nice thing to say about someone. Even an unwanted outlaw.
But you... It's always like this with you tramp freighter captains.
Oh, Captain, be nice.
Captain, stop pulling the man's leg.
Yes, please do. I have a fragile constitution, I'll have you know. And this runaround is like to give me a cold.
On second thought, maybe you should be mean to him just the littlest bit.
I recant my earlier statement. Mr. Bedford deserves what he gets.
I've met circus sprats possessed of better manners. Well, once you've tired of your jokes, you know where to find me.
Nah.
How do you do? Ah, how might I... You've changed your mind? An apprehension of this caliber would be tremendous for my career. I would send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, but... Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to, lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for reasons.
What kind of reasons?
That's really neither here nor there, don't you think?
Oh, come on, you can tell me.
No, I'm sorry. I really can't. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it.
Stray too much from the, straight and narrow, and one may just find himself assigned pastoral duty in a maximum security penitentiary.
To give away something so important to you, there must have been some curious reasons.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It was a mistake, and I'd like to put it behind me. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. That's the long and short of it, yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made, well, can probably be made to see reason. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now, be my guest. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. To serve at our most esteemed chairman's behest is an honor, and one I'm most thankful for. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. Sometimes I take a break from sending messages to fluff the chairman's pillow on the off chance he visits. You refer to the radiator issue? Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating constantly. Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time resolving it. I owe you a debt then. I was going through 3-4 shirts a day. Still, that Tennyson woman. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She did everything she could. It was your people's fault, not June Lay's.
My, aren't you, excitable. Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference. I'm sorry my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with... Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit? No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no. Do you have somewhere else to be, by any chance? Oh,
You've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
A piece of what? Is there pie around here? I want some.
Uh... I'll admit, you've caught me quite off guard. No, I'm afraid there isn't any pie to be had.
That's fine. I prefer cake.
I don't reckon that's quite what Mr. Udom meant, Captain.
Anyway, Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status, and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course. Ask away.
Oh, look, it's Curly, Larry, and Moe back there. Alright, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Well, hell, let's go get somebody else.
Sometimes sacrifices must be made to stay aligned with the plan. Unfortunate, but necessary.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Sounds like somebody's got a crush.
What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater? I reckon there's worse places to start. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. Sure thing, Captain. I'll be waiting back at the Unreliable if you need me.
Send her on her way.
I know she's in... You can't get me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Hello. Junlei called up from engineering. Said I should let you buy medical supplies from our stores. Now, is there something I can... A better selection than you'll find on the promenade deck, and a quality commensurate with a friend of the station.
Oh, good. You got some authentic, authentic Halcyon style butt cream.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place.
Damn.
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. It is most certainly not. And watch where you go saying that, okay? You're gonna give people the wrong idea. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
That's a lot of stuff.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals up. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
We need to run back over to Groundbreaker.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people unloading a ship.
Probably another sublight contract haul. Could be drugs, could be bootleg A cartridges.
And they're just transferring cargo out?
What the hell's this?
Hey, you got a second?
All
Fancy
right.
running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. What? No. No. Okay, yeah, maybe a little. I'm not trying to be all creepy-like. I just want to make a good case for myself. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. Oh, okay. Well, can you give me a couple of pointers? Sure, I can be myself. I can be myself better than anybody else in the system. You're looking for crew, I'm looking for a way off this port. So we've got something in common already. And yeah, I know I came on a little strong, but honestly, when was the last time anybody was so eager to throw in with you? That's gotta count for something, right?
Perfect, you're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along with the church on fire. Somehow, I always find my way back to the Groundbreaker. Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. No, boss, not really. I was what's the word? Deflecting. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way. Stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong in the system, but we still had to live in it. We still had to play by the board's rules. Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars, and knowing you could never aspire to be anything more than a box hauler. That's what it's like. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on. Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it. That's what I like about you, boss. You got a mean swing. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. Oh yeah, I had a prison cell back on the Groundbreaker. Carved my name on the wall. I wonder if it's still there. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
I'm not leaving yet. I got some stuff to take care of. Yeah, trying to clear out my throat. And this is brought to you by Spacer's Choice. It's cheap. I'd like some Aquim. Who's Petey? Who the hell is Petey? Where did I get Petey?
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe it's like a metaphor, Captain. I think? Oh, see, this is why poetry throws me off my bearings. If it ain't a metaphor, that worries me more. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
I'm live.
Well, you seem to be a lively person.
No, I'm live broadcasting right now.
Ah.
Outer Worlds bit, but
Nice. How's that going?
well, I'm on the Groundbreaker. Does that count?
I haven't played Outer Worlds yet.
Well, come on the stream. You'll see what I'm talking about.
But I don't want to spoil it for myself.
That's the thing. You can play it in so many ways. I'm playing the dumb blonde.
Well, do they got a Starbucks in space?
That depends.
Or is it like out of Idiocracy and you're going to buttfuck?
Well, close enough. Most of these people are idiots in here.
Are you on YouTube or Twitch?
YouTube. I don't do Twitch as much anymore.
What do you want, kitty?
And I gotta go back and get a party member. Nah.
Cat?
Oh, no, I did get him. Okay. So I got Parvati. Alright, cool. That's all that matters.
Thicker.
I can't take that seriously.
What?
This, when you look.
Oh. The moon guy helmet.
Yeah, why not?
You see we had a conveyor for it?
Right now, I'm just exploring the ship,
Do you have what it takes to
seeing what I can.
Not so fast.
Ah, shit.
What do you think
Sounds
you're
pretty
doing?
classical.
You and I?
Great. Door's barred. Shit. Maybe we can get up here. Or not. Can I use my ice cream? Huh? Mint.
Minty. So is like our microphone shared or something?
If your mic shared. Because we know you played the hell out of Fallout New Vegas and shit, so...
Fart New Vegas, it's pretty, it's...
And by the way, this is from the same creators.
I know.
Yeah, this is the what
Fallout 3
4.
and Fallout New Vegas.
This is what it should have been.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker. Do you know Edna over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Oh god, the dumb response. Let me know if you see it. It's highlighted. Or I'll just read it. The dumb response. Oh no, a ghost message.
Aren't you precious? No. The young man on the video was flesh and blood, all right.
Could be it was automated. Mr. Thompson used to automate the intercom in Edgewater to say all sorts of things. A bit saved is worth two in the bush was his favorite. Never did figure out what he meant.
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Glad. I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
So let me get this right. This grandma over here actually this grandma over here is actually a fence. I feel like I've
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh? Hi, Carlo.
Is that all of it? Yep. Put a little of the other one on there too. I want to have a dual flavor. It's a little different, but I'll try. Anyways, poopy. I say, my poopy is poopy. Oh God, what the hell am I on? You leave the poo tinky out of this. I make poopy.
This is my favorite. Room. It's so spacious.
Oh, glorious cat turds. I So you're wondering how this differs with Fallout. No, but there's a timeline deviation in this, just like Fallout. Now, you know, Fallout, it had to be with the nuclear bombs, right? So everything from 1945 onwards is a timeline change, right? This goes back earlier, from the time President William McKinley was assassinated. In this universe, he was never assassinated.
You know that sound when you snap
So
down
therefore,
and dip
the
clip?
corporations never broke up.
That's how you know you're
Now the
welcome,
corporations have
lucky
taken over by...
I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
Lex office used to be in the docking bays? Yeah, but...
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert. Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper. Well, drunk's what I'm aiming for, so I'll take your word on it. Bottoms up. Oh, no, it's good. I'm fine. I just didn't... Oh, propellant. Oh, stars, I can feel it settling. Oh, Captain, I'm pining for you.
I'm getting my companion drunk.
What am I doing? Specifically. Definitely specifically. Oh, why did I mean, just with Junlei. I don't know what to do about us. Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad. A lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe she just wanted to let me know her preferences. In a less awkward way. But that made it more awkward. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve.
Alright, same as before?
No more whiskey. I think another would leave me on the floor.
Call it wine or beer. Type it in the box. Beer? Beer, Justin? Beer it is.
When we had beer in the Vale, smelled like Dad's old socks. Maybe this is better? Down it goes. Oh, no, it's still bad. It's still really very bad. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but... everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she's enlightened me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
I like the last answer. Fuck if I know, I'm just here for the booze. Should we take that answer?
Well, thank you for the conversating, Captain. I got a lot to think about now. Not the least of which is how whiskey's the devil. Let's get going then. I'm sure we got lots of important things to do.
All Alright, now I gotta take her butt back to the ship. I don't want to drink a drink called Lemon Slap. With the tagline, slap your whole family tonight. There's just so many things wrong with that. You know?
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. Oh, that whiskey did get my head aching something fierce. Feels like a primal's chewing on my... I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
What the hell?
I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
So she does like you.
Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Great, now I gotta get my shipmates drunk. Still not done over here.
Take someone to watch your back, please.
Mantisaurs. They are the rad scorpion of the Outer Worlds universe. Think of a pissed off Deathclaw who has rad scorpion DNA in him. And there you go. I would not want to be on the business end of that, but I bet it cuts like a hot knife through butter, doesn't it?
Hey there, Captain. Anything I can do for you? Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. All right. Be seeing you.
So I need a Groundbreaker ID. Now where do I get that? Oh shit. Okay. You wondered what the hell that was, huh? I picked up an ID cartridge. There's restricted access. You go through it, and you disguise yourself as one of them. And it also disguises your companions, too. I gotta move. Damn it. Oh, Vicar.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
Obviously, I can't hack it anyhow. I gotta wait. Okay.
Just me, or has it been better than usual?
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner.
Oh, it's Martin. Hey, Martin. Still wearing the hat?
How observant. I'm authorized to state that this uniform is more than headgear. It's a state of mind, and our customers know the difference. Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean, yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs private? Have a look.
have this place under quarantine, right?
To the last ratchet on rotten time. Leave me in peace. You hoe-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sore. Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Sell somebody out to the board without a second thought?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the...
No.
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
No, I really don't want to do that, but I got to.
Hello again. Have you, made any progress with that terribly sensitive thing I told you about? You know, my government seal? Oh, yes, of course. I apologize if I seem overeager. It's just, I must have that seal. Soon, if possible. How else might I assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew, it'd be nice if the price weren't quite so high.
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll... I am extremely anguished, Captain. Please respect my feelings in this difficult time.
Nice one, Bedford. Everybody knows you were never engineered to have feelings.
Be careful you don't irritate my guards, Mr. Millstone. You might not like their rather narrow understanding of what... Unless you can offer some other means of resolving her debt.
I believe the captain is proposing an indenture contract.
That's not unreasonable.
Boss, you can't be serious. The board's got no right to just enslave another human being.
That's where you're wrong, young man. Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else?
I didn't have that kind of money.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. You won't be sorry, though it looks like you've got a full roster already.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Good movie. First one, at least. My pants have fell off. Alright, now what?
Nicely done. There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Prayer beads, huh? There we go. Yes, anal beads, okay?
Got it. His name is Reginald Chain, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding them. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
He's hiding something. Of course. Yeah, his nuts, whatever. Groundbreaker weapon? Huh?
This is Halcyon B. We interrupt the regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Poo 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 poo.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Pie.
Oh.
Nice and easy.
Well,
Move along.
You want something, you'll need to ask the doctor. I just work here.
alright. Well, where is that now? I know, it just went around a complete circle. And for good reason.
Our studies have shown that radiation is inversely proportional to consumer happiness. Sewer quality is paradise for the rest of us to enjoy.
You got business with the fence? Make it quick.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Depends. What are you planning to do with it? See the lights, taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear. Anything else, dear? Yes, dear. Which offer were you interested in? Suit yourself. Yes, dear. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
At least she's offering candy. damn space rats.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of... Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in a...
Well.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence.
Now let's get off this
reality.
damn space station.
Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
Might as well go talk to Phineas, see what the hell that old fart's up to. Right?
Remember, items in the hold may shift during...
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. I've been thinking about our night on the Groundbreaker. I had all these feelings, and it was so hard to get them all out at the time. But now I got my thoughts in order, and I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease, and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. I smell like sweat most days, and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop... Oh, that nice older lady in the Rest and Go, Miss Gladys. She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading for Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. Because I want to come with.
Alright, well, before we leave, let's go look at our ragtag crew. Shall we?
Good to see you, boss.
Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook.
Boy, Ellie sure likes selling herself, doesn't she?
Sure do. Some of it was even legal. There's a lot of business that goes through the Groundbreaker. Some of it's board-authorized freight hauling, and some of it's not. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way. Makes two of us, Captain. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Oh, come on. That stuff... Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional dis... It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually 0G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do. No complaints here.
Well. What doesn't kill you gives you tetanus. Right? So we got a mechanic, a little smart-ass athlete, a preacher, and a doctor on board. Why does it sound like the start of a real funny joke? Huh? Doesn't it? Should we go get our fifth companion? Huh?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex left
Well, I'm going to stop the broadcast for right now.
Notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you
Spend
check
some
the
time with the old
terminal in
lady.
Captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM. Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth.
I'll leave this, I'll put a save on here and do a separate save.
Anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No.
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Alright, let me save here. Because this is going to get hilarious, huh? I want to actually do two separate saves so that way you guys could have one and I'll have one.